The idea of responding to everything in real time, to being on top of everything in real time, not only is this not a recipe for productivity, it's a recipe for misery too. Summarizing all of Stoic philosophy, Epictetus says it comes down to persisting and resisting. A Stoic doesn't need to get even. Marcus Aurelius says the best revenge, it's to not be like that. And this is a person who experienced coups, who was lied about, who was attacked constantly, right? Said the best revenge is to not be like the person who wronged you. Seneca says that we get angry about things, but how ridiculous that is. He says you never return a kick to a mule or a bite to a dog, right? A Stoic understands that by nature of what we do, who we are, we're gonna get attacked, we're gonna get criticized. People suck, they're gonna hurt us, they're gonna do things. But what a Stoic doesn't do, what you have to stop doing, is need to get revenge, need to get even, need to get your pound of flesh because someone did something to you. You're fine, you weren't harmed by it, you're gonna be all right, and you can let it go. You don't have to let this get to you, Marcus Aurelius says. You don't have to let it upset you. You always have the option to have no opinion, he says. You can just let it go. You can let it drift by like clouds, as the Buddhists talk about when they talk about thoughts. You don't have to let it sink in. You don't have to let it harm you. You don't have to let it get you riled up. You don't have to get worked up. You don't have to respond. You can just let it go. I want you to know that. Don't have to let this get to you. You can just let it go. Epictetus says that when you look outside yourself for approval, you have settled, you've handed over your happiness or your autonomy. Meaning, and this is such a critical Stoic idea when we talk about what's in our control, what's not in our control, how you should judge yourself, whether you're getting better, whether you're a success, whether you're rich, whether you're whatever it is, it can't be determined by other people. What you've done is hand over your life on a platter to other people. Obviously, this is wonderful when people are celebrating you and saying you're awesome, but what happens when that turns? Or right, what happens if the crowd is wrong? What happens if the times that you're in are valuing the wrong things? So Epictetus is saying that you want to look inward, you want to create your own standards, your own scorecard for what's important to you. So a Stoic doesn't look to outside sources, outside people, outside benchmarks for their success, for their happiness, for their self-worth.